Hey guys, welcome back. So I am doing week 36. So if you like watching me create my weekly spread, just keep on watching. So I already have the layout in pencil on how I want it, but I thought about using my watercolor pencils because I haven't used them in a while, and I'm sort of restricted right now with the stuff I can use. But let's see, I want to use, it is September, so I'm gonna use maybe, what color is this? Ivory. I want an orange color. Orange. Maybe some reds. So usually pencils, I like to, you can either do one or the other. So you can either do one of these and then go through it with the brush. I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart. See? But I find it easier when I just dip it, the brush to the pencil. It gives me more of a better, like more color. I want to say it picks up more color. So you see, it's much better. Picks up a little more color. So I'm gonna alternate these between this orange and yellow, so I can have a little bit of everything in here. That sort of gives you that fall starting look. Because even though the fall color starts a little bit in September, it doesn't completely come through until October. So I don't want to do too much fall colors. I just want to do a little bit. Then I usually keep them down like this until they dry out. Because if you don't, they can get a little messed up if you don't put them down to dry. So I'm going to use a little brown. Let's use the brown for September. And the to do up here, we're going to use brown. This is a light brown. These are Michael watercolor pencils. I think I spent like $5 on them. For the purpose of what I use them for, they work perfectly fine for me. For all intents and purposes, I mean, I'm not a professional watercolorist or any of that sort, but I do love to color. And for $5, they weren't that bad. They were pretty good. They work pretty good. They don't stay grainy like some watercolor pencils do. So for me, they are perfect for $5. Usually I'll sketch with these and then use my regular watercolor. But that'll be like on a normal basis when I do watercolor. I'll sketch with these then I watercolor with my real watercolors. But for $5, they're not bad. I mean, they do pick up nice colors, see? For all intensive purposes, they work perfectly fine for $5. I mean, some people might like it, some people might not like it. For $5, my suggestion is try it. And if you like them, keep them. And if you don't, you can give them to some kid who is learning to watercolor. There's no harm or foul on giving a gift to a child. I've done that before with some watercolor products where I don't like the way they feel or I don't like the way they work, so I end up giving them to a child in need. There's nothing wrong with that. Or to church. We usually give school supplies that we didn't use for the year for church because they have homeschooling in our church, so that's another good way of giving. And I mean, the feeling is great when you're fulfilling a child's dream, right? So as you can see, I'm using this red. This is cherry red that I am using between the days. And then here I am going to, it's like my calendar basically. And I am alternating, obviously, the colors. I want some color everywhere. And then I'm gonna, oh, I put the olive one back here and I didn't realize it. Not cool, Effie, not cool. And then down here, so these you have to be careful. You can't put a lot of water because you will be melting the lead. And if you do it too much, then obviously your lead is gonna go, but I usually sharpen it with a knife. Not recommended for children, obviously. I have a little blade that I use to sharpen them, and that usually works very well for me anyways. I've never sharpened these with a sharpener. For some reason that never works for me because the leg is stuck and it never works. So there we go. So I'm gonna let it dry. So it'll be a while because I don't have my dryer with me, but I'm gonna let it dry and then I'll come back and finish it up. All right, it is dry. And now I am going to do my titles. I just hope that the pencil erases after this watercolor. Watercolor is so much fun. If you haven't tried it, you should try it. Church Sunday. Bela appointment at 6:30 at her vision appointment. And then because of the holiday on Monday, I get to leave at 3 p.m. from work because of the holiday. I mean, usually they'll shoot out an email, so it doesn't really matter. And then this is week 36. And my remember. And I got my pounds, my COVID numbers, the US, Connecticut, and the death part of it. And I don't know what I did with my phone. Alrighty. So our COVID number for last week was 23,000. This week is 24,834,866. I'm sorry, we had 23,137,518. In the US, we had 5,648,000, and this week we have 5,954,676. And Connecticut, which is the number I care about, we had 51,519. And as of today, we have 52,495. And then the death, we had 4,460. And as of today, we have 4,465. So 5 people died in a week. My to-do up here. And these are 4 things that I would love to do this week, no matter what day of the week. And I need to fill up my medication for the week. I want to fix my dress. I definitely need to finish reading my book. And I would like to watercolor something. So those are my 4 goals for the week. Hopefully I'll be able to do them. All right. Then what's next? Let's try to erase it. See what happens. Because I'll be mad if it doesn't work. Ah, it works. Yay! Alrighty, and nothing else is erasing, which is good. I thought the watercolor would erase. It looks like it is a little bit, but nothing major. So that's good. It's erasing a little bit, but not. I still have colors, so I'm happy. Maybe I can wait a little bit and put some more watercolor on top. Let's see. Sorry about the shaking. Alright. So some of it did not come out, but I am so sorry about the shaking. The more I rub, the more watercolor comes out. So, let's do this again, shall we? Ugh. I had water come out, so... This was up here. So it's not that hard to refix it. I mean, I still am able to go back and redo the watercolor. Who are you? Cherry red. I actually like using my other water brushes better, but I have a mess going on in my dining room and I really didn't have time to dig and look for them. These are the first ones I found. I mean, they're good for traveling, but I'd rather have my other ones, my real watercolor brushes, because they pick up more because you dip them in water. I mean, I'm sure these will work if I dip them in water, but that was actually what I was trying to avoid. It's the water dipping, because I don't have enough space on this table. Need to do something about that. Clean up a little. Maybe that's what I'll do tomorrow. I don't have to go to my hot side hustle tomorrow, so maybe I'll do that tomorrow and try to fix this area a little bit better so I can get all my supplies in order. So I can use my real stuff when it comes to this kind of stuff. That would be cool. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. That'll be my day tomorrow. Just fixing an area where I can go ahead and just do me thing. So now if you take a lot of water, I wanted to splash some color, but I don't think it's gonna work. This is not the right brush for it. It's just giving me more color. So that's a bust. And I'm gonna pick a dark color. Maybe I don't know if this one will pick up, but I did use this one a lot. See if this one picks up a little bit brighter green, just to highlight the week. There you go. That's it. Oh, no, it's not. Wait. I forgot my Bible verse. How dare I forget my Bible verse? So we're going to do that. Turn you guys around. We're going to make it a little bright green. Right, we'll wait for that to dry. Once that dry, we'll do our Bible verse. So my phone is dying. My camera is dying. But as you can see, it dried. But if you want it a little bit darker, you could go back in once it's dry and redo the same basic, you know, run through. Just like this. See, like this is a little light for me. So I want to darken it up a little bit. You can just do this. You can go over it again as many times as you want. You can go over it just to make it a little bit darker. I mean, even with the bright green. And I gotta pay attention to the camera because it's dying. Unless I just go like this, just so it can get brighter. Then I have our Bible verse. But don't worry. I also have I was able to find my heat gun. Now don't forget, the page does crinkle, but after a while it does go back to normal. So our passage for today is Matthew 6:3, and it says, "But when thou doest alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right." Lost, you guys. Battery died. So Matthew 6:3, "But when thou doest alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth." And that's it. That's all we got. So I have my, push you out a little bit so you can see. So I have my to-dos, week 36, my Bible verse, my things to remember for COVID, my monthly view, and my appointments. And last week's was this one. We also did watercolor, but they're so far away from each other that I figured, no, it wasn't watercolor. It was the ink with the water. So same thing, same concept. Still gets wet. But that's it. Thank you for watching. God bless. And don't forget to subscribe.